The world tried to catch me but failed. This is a famous saying which is engraved on a tombstone of a famous Ukrainian philosopher called Skovoroda. I think it's a great saying because it represents the idea that we should aim to escape social institutions that tried to bend us, tried to own us. And Skovoroda did all that with his life. Let me tell you more about him because his life story is absolutely fascinating. Skovoroda lived in the 18th century. He was of Ukrainian Cossack roots. So he was basically born with mustache and strong opinions. He played multiple musical instruments, studied at the most prominent university of that time in Kiev, and then, as every other prominent bohemian, he dropped out to follow his passions. He traveled the Europe with wine merchants, visited libraries in Slovakia, Germany, Hungary. Just a little wine and philosophy tour. Classic Skovoroda. He created a course about poetry and became a teacher in a college. He developed lots of novel ideas to make studies more interesting. The course was extremely popular among students. One of his students became his personal chronicler. Imagine being so cool that one of your students goes, "I'm dropping out too, I'm just going to write down everything you say." But then a bishop criticized him for not following the conservative ideas, and he was fired from the college. Because apparently a cool teacher who actually inspires students was too radical. Skovoroda liked good wine, good tobacco. He liked to live alone, to find a small hut in a hamlet and spend their time alone with his thoughts, working on philosophical works. He was a minimalist, and it interpolates very well onto modern society, which puts us into 9-to-5 jobs, makes us work from the early years until the old age. We should really try hard to escape those slavery and make breaks, spend more time at nature, spend more time with our family, friends. This is all that life is about. It's not about sitting behind the desk or laptop making money. To become happier, we should embrace this idea, as Skovoroda did. And he showed that with all his life. He refused to join monks and become a teacher among them. Why? Too mainstream. He refused to marry one of his students who fell in love with him. He worked multiple jobs as a teacher and left them as soon as he couldn't agree with ideas that his host or institution imposed on him. There is an assumption that the queen made a proposal to him to become a court philosopher, and he refused to that. Later he became a downshifter and moved between villages, visiting his friends and former students, living his best life. So I don't mean that we should all just leave job. We should still support ourselves, support our families responsibly. But we are never good at figuring out when it's enough. We always keep chasing the next big thing. The idea is that we should stop when enough is enough and instead live life for ourselves. Ironically, the face of Skovoroda is depicted on 500 hryvnias, which used to be the highest nominal of money in Ukraine. The guy who did everything but chase money is now money. Maybe they did catch him after all. Like, subscribe if you agree. See you later. Oh, and yes, right now I'll make an update. This section of the video will be for friends and those who want to learn more about what's happening in my life behind the scenes. Today is the 15th of April, which is my birthday, and I'm very happy. If everything goes wrong, then right now I should be in the mountains celebrating the birthday. During the next year, I wish myself to embrace some of the ideas that Skovoroda taught in his teachings, in his fables. Hope that this will be a productive year, that there will be a lot of creative work and a lot of fun. The rain has started, so I better be back to my camp and hide there for a while. See you later. Thank you for your support and bye. Bye.